Have you ever actually received a telegram in your life?
No, I never have.
I received one in my entire life. I didn't even know they still existed. But when I slapped Andy Kaufman, well, no, it wasn't then. It was when I gave Andy Kaufman the pile driver in the match in Memphis. So few people. I mean, we didn't let anybody in on anything that was going on. Even guys in our own territory here didn't have a clue what was going on with Andy and I. And when I gave him that pile driver, and he wound up in the Memphis hospital for 3 days, I got an actual telegram from Paul Bosch, and it said, "Thank you for sticking up for our business. You did a great job and a great thing, and I want to congratulate you." And I was blown away. I thought, "Oh my gosh, this is one of the mainstream promoters in the entire country, and he's sending me a telegram about beating up Andy Kaufman." It was amazing.
So he's thinking it was a shoot?
Yes, he was thinking, yes.
Hey, well, you know what? Along those lines, where were you when the Dr. David Schultz thing happened with John Stossel? He slapped the hell out of John Stossel and messed up his eardrums. Do you remember that going
David
down?
David started right here in Tennessee. Matter of fact, I helped train Jerry Jarrett, and I helped train David. He started out. He was from up in Jackson, Tennessee, 70 miles north of where I'm sitting right now here in Memphis, and just a big old raw bone country kid that just a fun-loving guy. He was
Right.
funny as heck to be around, and he just never took anything serious. But brother, he had a short fuse. I mean, he had a temper, and I don't remember where, but I remember watching. I was actually watching that on TV when he.
What'd you think?
When he slapped John Stossel, I thought, "Oh my gosh, what has he done?" You know what? I thought I thought maybe, I didn't know. That was always like the Andy Kaufman thing. I thought maybe it's a work, but then it didn't take long to realize that it wasn't, and that he had slapped him right in the ear, and I guess broke John Stossel's eardrum and all of this sort of stuff. And I guess eventually it cost Vince McMahon a lot of money. But you know what, David Schultz, that was just the kind of guy he was.
But that was the way the business was so back in. I mean, if anybody ever said it was fake, you stood up for it. And then John Stossel, I mean, he was back there. He was a little bit cocky in an interview. And, Dr. D, I mean, boy, like you said, I guess he had a short fuse. But, Jerry, I mean, when guys in the ring are slapping each other, we're very conscious of not popping a guy's ear. You always want to hit the cheek, in that area, or the neck, whatever. You don't want to cuff a guy on his ears. He was going for the ears and that, and he was dealing out some serious business because back in the day, that's what you did.
Yeah, and I think, don't you agree that I think that he thought that this was going to really get him over with Vince. I think he thought Vince is going to love this when I smack the heck out of this guy, But of course, it wound up. I remember hearing John Stossel say on a TV interview one time that he said, "I got a nice villa in the south of France out of that deal."
Yeah, I bet he did.